72% ball possession, 390 passes in the opposition box, while Hull recorded 66 passes in the opposition box. Dominance on paper, absolute disaster on grass. Manchester United went to East Yorkshire looking to play pretty football, and they got dog walked by newly promoted Hull City that brought raw, unfiltered grit. Welcome back to the Football Hub Mike, the home on unfiltered Premier League takes and early tactics. I am Chika and I'm your host for today. Please smash the like button, subscribe, drop your comments. There's no podcast like this. We break down tactical analysis, we break down the games for you, and we make you understand the game better. Week 1 of the Premier League season is supposed to be about hope, fresh optimism, and new signings. Instead, Michael Carrick's Manchester United walked straight into the trap at the MKM Stadium in Hull City, crashing to a stunning 2-0 defeat against a fearless Hull City side. This is the first time Hull City is defeating Manchester United in the Premier League history. This is the first time they are beating Manchester United. The first time. This is under Michael Carrick. This is a manager that when he was caretaker manager, he really got beaten. Immediately he's made the permanent manager. He gets beaten in his first game. Something must be wrong. Let's talk about why the Red Devils looked completely lightweight and why this shock result should terrify every United fan. Number 1, fans thought that Manchester United's midfield problems were finally fixed with the arrivals of Tielemans and Santos. Why these two were signed? Manchester United fans felt that this was the right thing. If you watch Tielemans last season in Aston Villa, he dictated the pace from deep midfield. He controlled the tempo. He passed the ball around, and he made sure like a point guard in the NBA. That was who he was in Aston Villa. You watch Santos, even though he didn't get enough game time in Chelsea, you watch him at Strasbourg, he scored lots of goals, and he had lots of energy. So when you add these two to Manchester United midfield, United fans felt that the team have done, or the club has done enough. Also, you look at the addition of Carlos Baleba. The club felt that with these 3 individuals, although Carlos Baleba is there to make his debut because he's not done with his medical yet. So the fans thought that the club have done enough. But in the first game, they discovered that they are just starting. It seems the team needs a total overhaul. Think again, up against a brilliant tactical 5-4-1 block by Serge Jairovic, the coach of Hull City. Santos and Tielemans looked lightweight, sideways passing passengers. That is what they look like. They couldn't match the intensity, the grit, the power, the energy of Hull City. One thing most coaches always tell you is you should never be outdone by the other team as regards energy. United could not match that energy, especially in central midfield. That central mid pairing of Tielemans and Santos. If you had watched the game against Hull, if Manchester United continue playing that, they will struggle. They will finish in mid-table because it looked extremely. If Elliot Anderson, and Matthew Kovacic looked lightweight against Arsenal with the Guimaraes, Luis Kelly, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. If City's team looked lightweight, United's team of Tielemans, Fernandes, and Santos is worse. Number 1, Fernandes is not a hard worker. Tielemans doesn't have the energy. Santos is still not disciplined enough to play as a defensive midfielder. He's a central midfielder. So you have 3 individuals in midfield that are extremely lightweight. That's a big problem. Even with the addition of Baleba and Meno, United have a very big problem in their hands. Because out of these 3 people, it seems only one has to be on the pitch at the time, given the kind of energy exhibited at Premier League size. United were repeatedly picked clean by phenomenal Oli McBurney, who outmuscled and outtied them all. That's a striker. Played with his back to post, dropping back in midfield to help the team. Yet, United were outworked. One thing is not being able to match a newly promoted side's energy in the first game of the season. That's extremely telling. That's disappointing. This has nothing to do with tactics. This has nothing to do with tactical analysis. This has nothing to do with how the team was set up. This has everything to do with lacking the energy on that day, the first game of the season. And United couldn't match that energy. If you're a Manchester United fan executive, that's a bad sign for you. If United cannot match that energy needed in the first game of the season. United held 72% ball possession and recorded 41 touches in the opposition box to Hull City's 11. But football isn't played on the Excel spreadsheet. It's not played on Excel spreadsheet. Hull won 59% of the total duels. 59%. 50-50 chances. Hull won all of them. Hull won the second balls. They won 59% of the total duels, dominated the air, and won the air at 62% of the area duels. 62. So how do you want to win? If you can't win physical duels, you can't win area duels. Hull won 62%. And Hull threw themselves in front of everything with 17 tackles and 53 clearances. 17 tackles. They were putting their body on the line in every instance. United couldn't do that. For Hull City's opening goal, a ball bounced loose in the United box 3 separate times. 3 times. And United couldn't clear it before Sami Ajayi smashed it home. Then Nobu Mendy nodded in a free kick far too easily. The ball was kept in play 3 times. United couldn't clear it. The centre backs, Mendy, Ajayi, and John Egan, were impenetrable and pillars, while United's backline was way off chasing shadows. Hull had this, that was 5. They had 3 central defenders and 2 wing backs, and those 2 wing backs kept United busy. You look at United. Luke Shaw had one of the worst games of his United career. United need a left back. It's the only natural left back they have. They need a left back. You look at the right back, Mazuari. He's extremely awful going forward. He doesn't combine with Mbeumo. Even his replacement, Dalot, is worse. So I don't know what they're going to do, because now Mbeumo is left open as the only one attacking, instead of having 2 players with the fullback on the other side. And that is what Arsenal do very well. You look at Mauro Kelly and Calafiori. Mauro Kelly is a natural left back, but he drifts in midfield. So whenever they're attacking the right back on the other side, he's forced. He doesn't know who to mark. Is he going to mark Calafiori, who keeps or who maintains the width, or is he going to mark Miles Skelly, who pushes to midfield? And that's a big problem. You watch the game against Manchester City, the first goal they scored, because Skelly was in midfield and he created that chance for Calafiori. Calafiori went inside. So when you have 2 individuals penetrating, moving in the same direction, it creates a problem for the opposition team. United don't have that. They only have Mbeumo going forward. That's a big problem. The worst player on the pitch was Patrick Dogo. He was the worst player on the field. The Dane recorded 0 successful dribbles. He played as an attacker, left-sided attacker, in a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1, a left-sided attacker, and he recorded 0 dribbles. 0 tackles. He couldn't dribble, he couldn't tackle. 0 ground duels won. He couldn't dribble, he couldn't tackle, he couldn't win ground duels. That is a left-sided attacker. For 45 minutes, what was he doing on the field? Yet he starts for Manchester United, and he missed 1 big chance and recorded only 5 touches in the opposition box. Do you understand? 0 tackles, 0 dribbles, 0 ground duels won, 5 touches in the opposition box, and 1 big chance missed in 45 minutes. That's the worst performance of the whole week 1 Premier League season, 2026-2027 season, in 45 minutes. Dogu is a squad player and shouldn't be starting for Manchester United. Patrick Dogu is a squad player and shouldn't be starting for Manchester United if they want to finish in the top 6. Last season, he started 15 Premier League games and played 26 total Premier League games, which was 1,445 minutes. Yet he scored only 4 goals and recorded 4 assists. Shouldn't be starting for United. He's a squad player. He is an extremely squad, and I don't think he's an attacking player. Maybe he's a wing back. I don't even know what to grade him. He should not. If Manchester United want to challenge, then this is not the kind of individual that should be starting for them. Finally, you can play pretty football and possession metrics in the world. You can play and have all the possession metrics in the world, but if you get bullied by a team that wants it more, you get what you deserve. Hull City got their dream return, and Manchester United got a brutal reality check. And worst of the worst, United fans couldn't get a train back home to Manchester. There was no train. They have to take Uber, or maybe sleep in Hull and leave the next day. That is Sunday. There was no train back. So after having watched your team being so awful and lose, you have forced to stay back in Hull or take buses. That's the reality. Bad. Drop a comment. Is Michael Carrick's Manchester United already broken? Don't forget to share, like, and comment. Bye for now. See you in the next one. This is Football Hot Mike. Keep the mic hot. Bye. Peace.